May the Almighty God will give all of us a long life and a healthy life and a happy life, successful. And Be'emet, today, Cohen, I went into the grave of the Lubavitcher Rabbi, to the oil, and I was consistent in what I told you in this week, and I repeated a few times, that in these next 2 weeks, don't ask anything for yourself. Be focusing to ask the only things that we need to ask, at least in these 2 weeks. Actually in the 3 weeks, but 1 week is already behind. So 2 weeks we have left, not to ask, not for Parnsa, not for shiur, not for beriut, not for nothing personal. Baruch Hashem, if everything is okay, don't ask. You know what you're going to ask? The Almighty God, we want Mashiach now. Please give us Geula. Give us Eliyahu Navi. Give us Mashiach. Give us the only things, Binyan Bet HaMikdash. Because in these 2 weeks that I have left, we remind ourselves that, maybe a cup. We remind ourselves that the Almighty God have no home. The destruction of Bet HaMikdash. Destruction of Bet HaMikdash is standing down, and the only things that we have to feel is the pain of the Almighty God. So when I went today to pray, you know what I was writing down? We're coming in. I was writing down, Ad Matai, until when? We want Mashiach now. שנזכה לראות בבניין ירושלים, בבניין בית המקדש במהרה בימינו, ונאמר אמן. So this is the request of this, the next 2 weeks, B'ezrat Hashem. Hopefully by this coming Thursday, and this Rosh Chodesh, we're not going to have to enter the 9 days, because the 9 days is going to be in Yerushalayim Abniyah, with Mashiach Tzidkenu, ונאמר amen. Gentlemen, today I will discuss about 2 kinds of bitachon. When we're talking about faith and trust, we have 2 levels of faith and trust. 2 levels of אמונה and bitachon in the Almighty God. How do you call it? Tzadik v'tov lo, tzadik v'ran. Is argument tzadik v'tov lo? Yes. A righteous man that is good, his life is good. And tzadik v'ran is a righteous man that have some obstacle. Example, Moshe and Rabbi Akiva. Moshe Rabbeinu was a tzadik v'tov lo. All his life was good. All his life, he had a perfect life. Until 120. He had only good in his life. Rabbi Akiva, from the other hand, had a miserable life. He was married 3 times. 3 times he was married. He was a very poor man most of his life. Maybe 64 years, he was a poor man completely. When he died in the most horrible way. He lost in his life 24,000 students. He had many obstacles. So in Emunah and Bitachon, and listen how beautiful is that. One way to approach Emunah and Bitachon, and this is tonight's topic. Maybe next week we're going to speak about the other side. One way to address Emunah and Bitachon meaning faith and trust, is to believe that God, as long that I believe in you, I will get what I want. If this is a job, if this is a business deal, if this is a shiur, if this is a children, anything I want, I can get. Through emunah and bitachon, through a faith and trust in the Almighty God. If I'm just going to have it, I will get it. This is the opinion of Rabbeinu Yonah and Rabbeinu Bechayei, Sha'ar Bitachon, Chovat HaLevavot. That is that you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything, and today we're going to discuss about it. You just have to have one thing: faith and trust in the Almighty God. And this is good enough. Good enough. You don't have to do anything. If your emunah and bitachon is so strong, your salary will go all the way to your house, knock in the door and mention what's his... Moshe, not Moshe. David, I am the delivery boy. And you get a letter with $10,000 checks, sincerely yours, the Almighty God. And what you did? You study all day long, you sitting down, you said, the Almighty God, I know I don't need to make a shtatot. This is one level. And again, today we're going to explain why. The second level is Rashi HaKadosh. Rashi HaKadosh said, no. אמונה and ביטחון meaning, תמים תהיה עם השם אלוקיך. יחיד, you know what you mean, תמים תהיה עם השם אלוקיך? You know what you mean? תמים תהיה, be innocent with God. What is the meaning to be innocent with God? Innocent meaning, no matter what's going to happen in my life, good and or bad, I accept your decree, your decision, Hashem, no matter what. You see, to live in the generation of Moshe Rabbeinu, it was very easy. Because everything was easy. The food came from heaven, the water came from heaven. Everything was a miracle generation. But to live in the generation of Rabbi Akiva, when destruction is coming into the world, when Rabbi Akiva died in the most miserable way, when Rabbi Akiva lost 24,000 rabbis, 24,000 children, and to still have Emunah and Betachon. According to Rashi, and this is the argument, listen to the argument, what a beautiful argument. Yeah, what is Emunah and Betachon? Emunah and Betachon meaning when I have a faith, I will definitely going to get
what I want.
What I will definitely going to get what I want. This is the opinion of Rabbeinu Yonah and Rabbeinu Bechaye in Shar Betachon. That all what you need is faith and trust, that's it. Or Emunah and Betachon is, no matter what's going to happen, I accept your decision, God. Avram, what do you think?
The second option, of course.
It's difficult, huh? באמת, you know, to have Emunah and Betachon and to live like Avraham Avinu, the first Jews, that the introduction to Judaism, the introduction to the belief in the Jews, that he believed in God, they threw him into the fire. Second decree, he had to leave his family behind, his family, his father, his brother, everybody behind. Another challenge is, after God promised him, I will make you rich, I will give you a wife, I will give you children. He came into Israel, there was no food to eat. He had to go to Egypt. In Egypt, his wife was kidnapped by the king, Arabic king. أنا محبك أوي أوي أنا محبك كتير. You see this Arabic guy with the beautiful woman, the wife of Avraham Avinu, Sarah. And not only that, God promised him, you're going to have a child. And from this child, a minute later, what God said? You have to go in and to make him in the altar. What is Emunah and Betachon? To accept the decision of God, or to make sure that if you have it, you're going to get only good. Wow. Cohen, you understand the depth?
Yeah.
It's a deep message. Huge argument. Today we're going to touch only one. Only the opinion. We're going to start with the easy one. And hopefully by next week, we're going to go to the hardest. To Rashi HaKadosh. To accept any decision, good and better. We don't say bad. Latov ve'lamutav. That happened in our life. Not because it's going to happen good, not because, no. Because God, I accept any decision. Hashem natan, Hashem lakach, yehi shem Hashem mevorach. You know what the level is that? When you sit down and you say, listen, God, I'm coming in, I'm making ishtalut. I have no doubt that the business is coming. That's it. Emunah and Betachon, and you're sitting down. It's very easy if you're going to get what you wish. To have a faith in the Almighty God. But what exactly happens if you have such a faith and trust, and you really believe that this shidduch is the right shidduch for you? It happened to me that the shidduch didn't work out. What exactly happens if you're looking for a child all your life, and you said, listen, I also deserve to be a father? What's the big deal? I mean, everybody's a father. For some people it's obvious. Most of us, we're getting married 9 months later, we have children. But some people, 10 years. My older brother, Moren Rabbeinu, had no children for over 12 years. My brother, Arav Meir, still don't have children. Almost 14 or 15 years he's married. You know how difficult? And they're praying, and especially Arav Meir, you know, under the funeral of my father, Ahmad Kunam, when I was sitting in Mrs. Sophia, and my brother literally broke my heart. You know, he was sitting down, and it was maybe a few hundred people, and then he stood up and said, Abba, how come I never had the privilege to have a son, to show you like a grandchild. You know, all of us were sitting down, and you know what, the tears he brought us in, you know how difficult, and you know Rav Meir, he's always happy, always generate energy. You know, to have a faith and trust, even if God doesn't answer your prayer. According to Rashi, this is Emuna and Betachon. But again, that one we're going to keep for next week. Today we're going to touch the easy one. The one that is enough. You just have faith and God will get you what you get. You want shiur? Don't worry. Having Emuna and Betachon and ask for a particular, you will get what you want. It's two explanations. One explanation is, Chazal gave two stories. One story is, it was one guy that they catch him at night. The guard of the city catch him at night. And they want to beat him down. They want to put him in the jail. And the guy said, what are you talking? I am the family of the king. They said, oh, the family of the king, ulala. I'm sorry. Mechila kunam. They ask him mechila, selicha v'kapara. They put him in the side. Tomorrow we're going to take you to the king. They give him a beautiful dressing. They took him to the king. And they said, our dear king, this is your family member. He said, where is the family member? Where is the? He says, you know, this guy is the family. He said, I don't know, this is the first time I see the guy. Who's your family member? I don't even know the guy. So the guy looked, the king said, what a chutzpan. You said that you are my family? He said, my king, I have so much faith and trust in you. I know that the only way to go out is to say that I'm your family members. Please save me for that. You know what the king enjoyed so much? He said, if he count only me, let him go. The king felt privileged that somebody count on him. This is one way. Another way to explain that is even better. You know, some children in a young age, they like to jump. Yochai, you look like a child that you like to jump, right? When you used to be a little child, right? You like to jump? You know the children that jump in that have no fear? Some children, they have no fear. They jump in from the second floor, they're just jumping.
Mike.
He mentioned it, my young son. He's jumping. First of all, he's jumping, and then later on, he realized how. First of all, they're jumping. So, you know, the child is in the second floor, and he said, Abba, I'm jumping. And the father said, don't jump. And he said, I'm jumping. You know what the father is doing? He jumped. Tell me, that is any other options for the father to save the child? Very nice. This is what Emuna and Betachon is all about. When you jump in, the Almighty God have no choice. You have to pick up his hand, being a father, and saving you. What a beauty. You hear that, Yochai? Sometime in life, if you want something, all what you need is to jump. You jump in. Abba, you agree with me, you don't agree. Maybe she's not good for me. Maybe the shidduch is horrible. Maybe the business deal is a distraction. But I'm jumping. The father have no choice to put his hand and to make sure that you're going to pass through. With so much faith in the Almighty God. Emunah and Betachon meaning I'm jumping. When you jump in, you don't give a lot of choices to the Almighty God. Why? What an explanation. Rabotai, I will tell you what is Emunah and Betachon. They said once, it was a story, with the fishermen, you know. One time they took me in Florida, and they said, Rabbi, you like to give shiur Torah? They didn't tell me where. We're going to give you a place to give shiur Torah for 7 hours. So I was all excited. I was ready, yalla, let's go. What did they took me? They took me in to the, how do you call it, lake. The lake in Florida. 11 o'clock at night. We are here until 6 in the morning. Now we don't have no music, no nothing. It's only you, us, above us is the Almighty God, and the fish, and everybody with the fishing rod. And they're catching the fish the whole night, and I'm giving shiur. Okay. They give me a chair, beautiful chair, nice chairs, and I'm giving shiur, and they're sitting down. And you know, the nature of fishermen, they're always looking on the other side to see how much you catch. Like the nature of us. Every business, when you have competition next door, you don't really care how much money you make. The most important how much he's making. He doesn't make more from what they make. So each one of them look. And they saw this strange guy, Behemet strange guy. Listen to the story. This guy is catching fish, and I don't know, this guy have mazan. Whatever he stand, is always big fish. He catch huge fish, huge fish. You know what he did? He took him in, he threw it back to the water. And this guy said, are you joking? You know how long it takes to catch this fish? Okay. Second time you see him catch a big fish, he throw it to the water. Well, the guy is Majdoon. He's not real, he's lost it completely. After 3 times, 5 times, the fisherman next door, he said, no, enough is enough. He looked at him and said, hello, אתה משוגע? You're not normal? Why do you throw the big fish down to the water? Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, listen very well. He said, you know why? Because in my house, I have a small pot, and there's no place for big fish. I need to catch only small fish. You hear that? Tipesh, go and buy a big pot. With you, Mazal, you can be so successful. Many times in life, God is giving us great opportunity on the road. Huge opportunity. Buildings, not houses, buildings, neighborhood. Kfar Vaknin. Why? He's given us great opportunity to jump over. And what do? No, the Almighty God. We are limited. We have a small path. Pass it through. Why do you pass it through? Why do you don't jump? God gave you opportunity. Somebody knocking your door. Somebody is calling you and said, we have a house for you. And the house is a great deal. And you're sitting down and you're under pressure. How I'm going to pay, how I'm not going to pay. Where exactly I'm going to have the money, where exactly I'm not going to have the money. I'm putting pressure, I'm not putting pressure. And Almighty God said, I'm pushing you away. I'm pushing you to go up a little. What do? You postpone it. I'm giving you big fish. I'm already giving you the big fish. Enjoy the ride. Instead of making the path big, you're throwing the opportunity away. Avram, it was worthy to come tonight to the shiur. It was worthy, right? Listen to the message. God is giving for each one of us, Nadir, Yair, a great opportunity. Instead of having a faith and trust in the Almighty God that we can make it, we're making ourselves smaller. We limited ourselves. We're throwing out this opportunity away. What a tipshim we have to be, Chad v'shalom. What a foolish a human being is supposed to be. Come on, what a beautiful parallel. Amazing, huh? How many of us throwing away a great opportunity, spirituality and physically? Spiritual, Rabbi, maybe I'm jumping too much. Maybe I become too religious. Maybe I become a black hat. Maybe it's too fast. And by the way, we said the same things in business or in spirituality. Not only spirituality. In spirituality, we all have export. When we ask us to do too much, Rabbi, one step at a time. One step. Once a week, Monday. To ask me Monday and Thursday in the morning for Sefer Torah, Rabbi, you're pushing it. You become black hat. One step. And they have even logic from the Torah. Ine sulam mutzav arza. Verosho. Rabbi, you know why Yaakov saw a ladder? To go slowly in life. They already have the explanation why they're not moving forward and why they threw the fish away back. Why? Because we have a ladder. And in the ladder we have to go slowly. Are you joking? God is giving you and open the gate of heaven upon you. And what do you tell God? I have a small pot. Physically wise. Many times people is coming to you with the great business deals. Huge business deals. Maybe you're right. Maybe for your capability, it's too much. So why God send it to you? Not in order that you're going to throw the opportunity away. In order that you're going to make the path much bigger. Make yourself bigger. Don't make. How that we said one? Today, my uncle from Canada is here. And respect us with his present. May the Almighty God will give him a long life and a healthy life and a happy life. Listen to these statements and listen well. I saw these statements and literally touched my heart. Don't tell God how big is your problem. Tell the problem how big is God. Wow. Wow. Don't tell God, the Almighty, I have a big fish. Tell the fish how big is God. We can do it. God gave me the opportunity to change the world, to become successful in what I'm doing. Kvod Harav, ladder. One step at a time. Don't push. encourage. Don't push, encourage. What a message. רבותיי, חז"ל אומרים, הפארמר, גמרא מסכת מגילה דף ז עמוד ב'. הפארמר, you know what's a farmer? A farmer, the one that, חקלאי. A farmer, I love it when I'm Israeli, and it's very difficult for me to, חקלאי. A farmer, even after he become a king, he still don't take the basket away from his head. You know, a farmer, in the old time, they used to go with the basket in the head. You know, remember this basket that, today you see it with the Arabs or with the, no, not Saudi, how do you call it? No, the one that's going in the desert. How do you call it? Bedouin, with the tomato, with the potato in the head, right? A farmer never take his son, you are a king, take it away, put the crown. We're so used to our limitation that sometimes it's very difficult for us to get over it. Sometimes it's so difficult for us to get over our own limitation. You become a king. God already opened the gate. He made you the king. And what exactly? No, I cannot lose my basket. Let's take the basket away. Let's become the king. It's physically and spirituality. And anything that we have in life. אמונה and ביטחון, they said like that, the השם טוב הקדוש כותב, השם צילך על יד ימיניך. What's his name? Yaakov, definitely. Yaakov Avinu, you can see. The Kedusha, you can see until here. You're shining, Yaakov, you're shining. Yaakov, you know what you mean, Hashem tzilcha al yad yaminecha? Hashem tzilcha, God is your shadow. Ask Moshe, what's the meaning shadow? Shadow, Moshe, what's a shadow? You know what's funny with shadow is? Shadow, you know, many times you're walking in and you see your shadow walking exactly the same, right? Now, if you're going to cry, what's going to happen with the shadow? The shadow is going to do what? Will cry. If you're going to laugh, what's the shadow is going to do? It's going to laugh. If you're going to jump, the shadow is going to jump. Very simple. God behaved with the human being exactly the way that the human being behaved with God. Accordingly. Meaning, if you want to see miracle, the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh Kotev, if you have a faith in the Almighty God, the payment of the Almighty God is to give you everything that you ever wish and want. Eheye asher eheye, meaning the way that you're going to act with me. This is exactly precisely the way that I will act with you. So if you believe that I'm going to have everything that you need is enough to trust the Almighty God. Rabbi Bechai right, that if you trust in Parnsa, this boss is going to give me the Parnsa, this guy is going to give me the loan, this guy is going to give me the loan, this one, you know what's going to happen? Katev Rabbi Bechai, Hashem Yisbarach maniach, God leave you away and say, you know what, you trust them, go and take from them the money. And let's see how many disappointed you're going to get. But if you trust me, I will get the money all the way to you. I will get the money in a mysterious way, all the way to you. The money will knock the door until your house. It all depends how much emuna and bitachon we have in the Almighty God. And this is what Rabbeinu Yonah and Rabbeinu Bechai write. In life, all what we need is emuna and bitachon. All what we need is having a faith and trust. Ashlech al Hashem ya'avcha vehu yichalkelecha. Meaning, throw yourself in to the Almighty God. Throw yourself into the Almighty God. I will tell you a story that the Gemara said, Masechet Ketubot Daf Samech Zayin Amud Bet. Listen to the two stories, two exactly the same stories, but the end is very different. One, it was once a poor man, a rich man that became poor. A rich, not a rich man, a poor man. That Rabbi Nechami asked him, tell me, what do you want to eat? He said, I like to eat meat. Usually I'm getting used to meat, fancy meat, and yain yashan, old wine. Expensive wine with expensive meat. Steak and wine, 56 years. You know the 56? 1956, okay, whatever. Old wine, okay, this is what I like. He said, listen, but I don't have money. Do you want to eat with me adashim? You know what adashim? Adashim meaning? Bean, no, not beans.
No, pin. Adashim is lentils, no?
Lentils.
Lentils.
He said, this is what I have, lentils. Now, this guy used to eat a fancy food. He ate the lentils and he died. And David knows the Gemara already. You see, I told you, Rabbi David Rabbi. And Mrs. Sophia, the rabbi is on the right direction. Amazing. He died. The same Gemara, a few lines after, share another story. Rabbi come in, come in to a poor man. And he said, do you want to eat anything? He said, yes. I want to eat fancy meat and a fancy wine. He said, no. What a chutzpah. Tell me, you are a poor man. You come in to ask from people fancy meat, fancy wine and fancy meat? You don't think that this is arrogant, this is a chutzpah for a poor man? Imagine if you ask a poor man, tell me, what do you want? I want $100. What's when you want $100? How many times we get upset when we give him $1 and the guy pays? You know, many times I saw people are fuming. Rabbi, you know, you have to say thank you that I give him the money. This guy come to Rabbi and said, Rabbi, I don't want regular food. Don't give me lentils. I want steak, kebab, shawarma, and I want wine, and how do you call it, Johnny Walker? Blue label, exactly, that's it. This is what I live. So the Rabbi said, this is a chutzpah. What you... So the guy, listen to the guy, Talmid Chacham, a poor man, Talmid Chacham. He said, excuse me, Rabbi, that I eat at your expense or in God's expense? Who is the one that sent us the food? Who is the one that sent us the money? You or God? He said, God, right? And what did the Pasuk said? Potech et yadecha u'masbiah lechol chai ratzon. Or the Pasuk said, ve'ata noten lahem et ochlam beito, meaning, God give each one of us the food that he deserves. I deserve to eat fancy meat and fancy wine. And you know what the Gemara said? When Rabbi finished to talk with the poor man, his sister, the sister of Rabbi, came in and she decides to surprise Rabbi. She brought an old wine with fancy meat. And Rabbi is smiling. He said, well, I never saw my sister for a few years. Why she came today? Maybe God want to teach me a message. And the Rabbi is bothered. The Rabbi is asking the simple questions. Why the first poor man die and the second one not? And you know why? Because the second one have so much faith. He didn't compromise on lentils. He said, either I eat fancy or I don't eat nothing. I believe that the Almighty God will send me the most fancy meat. I'm not going to sit with you, be megalgel adashim. I'm not megalgel adashim. אני מגלגל שווארמה. אני מגלגל בשר. מה אתה מביא לי עדשים? You giving me lentil, are you joking? You see that? How many times in life we said, God, I believe in you, I believe, and I'm doing business only in this class, only in this class, only $100,000 and above. And the guy gave you $5,000, I said, thank you very much, may God bless you, you take it. I mean, I don't understand, you start with 5,000 and you compromise on 5? I mean, how did you get from 1,000 to 5,000? Very simple. Faith and trust. If you really have emuna and betachon, you not compromise for the need of people. You stick and you believe. And Chacham Yaakov, Abotech B'Shem, Chesed Yisovevenu. When a person have emuna and betachon, you will see miracles in your life. The question is how firm, how solid you are in this faith. Don't compromise on lentils. Stick with the good meat. Stick with the good wine. You demand higher, high end, stay high end. Don't become low end. You are quality in life, stick with the quality. And you're going to see that if you're going to stick with the quality, you're going to get the quality. Don't compromise on the way. Don't fall down very fast for anyone that give you anything that is wish. And I will end with the last word. We are a little rushing today. I will end with the story. תניסים. יש לנו 2 דקות. יש לנו 2 דקות. 2 דקות. We're doing it right now. I'm going to end with the last story with these rabbis that came in. The Rosh Yeshiva came into the yeshiva, and one of the Bechurei Yeshiva came to him and said, Rabbi, I need to go to work. I'm leaving the yeshiva. He said, why do you need to go? You leave in the yeshiva to work? He said, yes, I need to have Parnsa. I need to go to study education. So the Rabbi said, do you promise you that this education, when you're going to grow up, is going to be good for you? He said, Rabbi, Be'ezrat Hashem, God help. He said, okay, and why do you need education? Why do you need money? He said, I'm going to need to get married. And the Rabbi says, who promised you that you're going to get married? The guy said, Rabbi, you put ayn around me? I don't know, what do you mean? Definitely, Hashem is going to help. May Hashem Yishali, God send me, everybody, Zivug is going to send me. It's beautiful. And then, he said, and then I need money for my children. So the Rabbi said, who promised you that you're going to have children? The guy talking, said, Rabbi, I'm afraid to be next to you. Everything you put in ayn hara, negara, pegara. The guy put onion, tomato, cucumbers. He put these things naked ayn hara, $5, $10, $20, $100 here. Naked ayn hara. He said, Rabbi, what's going on with you? Everything that I said, you're going against me? Definitely I'm going to have children. God is going to send me children. So he said, I don't understand. Children, you believe in God. A wife, you believe in God. A profession, you believe in God. But money, Parnsa, you don't believe in God. That one you need to go to help God. Sit down and study Torah and don't worry. God will send you. The same God that send you your wife, send you your children, and send you profession. He's going to send you a Parnsa. Suddenly you need your help. You need to help the Almighty God. You hear that? Listen to this. Listen. Mrs. Sophia, listen. It was a guy that came in and he had a lot of money to keep on the side. A lot of money. He came into a hotel and he gave the money. It was maybe $500,000 and gold coin. He gave it in to the guy in the hotel. He gave him to keep. He put it in. Motzei Shabbat he came. He took the bag, $500,000 coin of gold. He counted. All the money is there. But he's still looking for what? For one coin of silver. Where is the silver? Where is the silver? And this guy said, are you joking? I didn't steal from you $500,000. You're looking for the silver like I'm going to steal from you the silver? He found the silver and he was so happy. Come Chazal and said, a person put in every night the neshama. He's putting his own soul to God every night. And in the morning, he get the $500,000, he get the $1 million back. The neshama is coming back. And what exactly is worry? Where is the silver? Where is the Parnsa? I'm going to have Parnsa? I'm not going to have. I gave you life. I'm not going to give you Parnsa. I didn't touch you, neshama. You are afraid that I'm going to touch your own Parnsa. And this is what Chazal said, and with that I'm going to conclude. Man de Yaif Chayei. Yaif Mezoneh. Wow. Man de Yaif Chayei. David, the one that gave me life, is the same one that given Parnsa. Man de Yaif Chayei. Yaif Mezoneh. May the Almighty God will bless all of us with unlimited Parnsa and even more, unlimited faith and trust in the Almighty God.